Welcome to Speed Reads. In a world increasingly defined by digital interactions and polarized viewpoints, the art of effective communication has never been more crucial. We often find ourselves entangled in arguments, misunderstandings, and fractured relationships, yearning for a way to bridge the gaps that separate us. Jefferson Fisher's The Next Conversation offers a refreshing and practical approach to navigating these complexities, moving beyond the superficiality of mere words to the depth of genuine connection. Fisher, a seasoned trial lawyer and communication expert, presents a three-pronged system designed to transform our interactions, empowering us to communicate with control, confidence, and compassion. This book isn't about mastering manipulative tactics or winning arguments. It's about cultivating the emotional intelligence and strategic awareness necessary to build stronger, more fulfilling relationships. Through actionable strategies and real-world examples, Fisher guides readers on a journey towards more meaningful conversations, equipping them with the tools to de-escalate conflict, assert their needs, and foster genuine empathy. The Next Conversation is a roadmap for anyone seeking to elevate their communication skills, offering a pathway to a more connected and harmonious life. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel Speed Reads. Your support is greatly appreciated. Alright, let's delve deep into the Say It with Control section of Jefferson Fisher's The Next Conversation. This pillar of effective communication centers on mastering your emotional responses and reactions, ensuring you remain composed even in challenging dialogues. Fisher emphasizes that control doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather managing them so they don't hijack the conversation. He begins by highlighting the importance of recognizing emotional triggers, those specific situations or words that instantly provoke a strong reaction. For instance, if someone consistently criticizes your work, that might become a trigger. To gain control, Fisher suggests practicing mindfulness, becoming aware of your physical and emotional responses as they arise. When you feel a trigger activating, he recommends techniques like deep breathing or mentally pausing to create a buffer between the stimulus and your reaction. This pause allows you to choose a more measured response rather than reacting impulsively. Fisher provides examples of reframing negative thoughts, a crucial skill in maintaining control. For example, instead of thinking, "They're trying to undermine me," you can reframe it as, "They may have a different perspective." This shift in perspective can significantly reduce emotional intensity. He also addresses the pitfalls of reactive communication, where emotions dictate responses, often leading to regretful words or actions. Fisher provides examples of how to recognize when you are being manipulated and suggests having set responses to common manipulative tactics. He advocates for using I statements to express feelings without blaming, such as, "I feel frustrated when," instead of, "You always make me feel." This approach allows you to express your emotions while taking ownership of them. Fisher also emphasizes de-escalation techniques, crucial for calming heated situations. He suggests actively listening to the other person's perspective, even if you disagree, and asking clarifying questions to ensure understanding. For instance, instead of interrupting with a rebuttal, you can say, "So, if I understand correctly, you're saying." This demonstrates that you're genuinely trying to comprehend their point of view, which can diffuse tension. Furthermore, Fisher stresses the importance of mindful communication, being fully present and attentive during conversations. This involves minimizing distractions, focusing on the speaker's words and nonverbal cues, and practicing self-awareness. He advocates for recognizing your own communication patterns, identifying triggers and habitual responses that may hinder effective communication. For example, If you tend to interrupt when nervous, consciously practicing pausing before speaking can help break this pattern. Fisher also discusses the importance of recognizing and managing nonverbal cues, both your own and those of others. For example, maintaining open body language and eye contact can convey confidence and attentiveness, while recognizing signs of tension in others can help you adjust your approach. In essence, Say It with Control is about cultivating emotional intelligence and self-regulation, enabling you to navigate challenging conversations with composure and clarity. By practicing these techniques, you can minimize reactive responses, de-escalate conflict, and foster more productive and meaningful interactions. Okay, let's dive deep into the Say It with Confidence section of the next conversation, expanding on its principles and practical applications. This section isn't about arrogance or aggression, it's about communicating your needs, boundaries, and perspectives with clarity and respect, ensuring you're heard and understood. Fisher emphasizes that confidence in communication stems from a clear understanding of your own values and a willingness to express them assertively. A cornerstone of this section is the distinction between assertive, aggressive, and passive communication. Fisher elucidates that assertive communication involves expressing your thoughts and feelings directly and honestly, while respecting the rights of others. Aggressive communication, on the other hand, disregards others' feelings and often involves intimidation or hostility. Passive communication involves avoiding expressing your own needs, often leading to resentment and frustration. He provides examples of each, like, I understand your perspective, but I disagree and here's why. Assertive, you're wrong, and you're stupid if you think that. Aggressive, or oh, whatever you want is fine. Passive. Fisher dedicates significant attention to effective boundary setting. He stresses that boundaries are not about controlling others, but about defining what you're willing to accept in your interactions. He provides practical strategies for saying no assertively, emphasizing that it's a complete sentence and doesn't always require lengthy explanations. For instance, instead of offering excuses or justifications, you can simply say, "No, I'm not available at that time," or "No, I'm not comfortable with that." He also advises being consistent in boundary enforcement, as inconsistency can undermine their effectiveness. He provides examples of how to set boundaries in various situations, such as work, family, and social settings. He also explains the importance of recognizing when someone is trying to violate your boundaries and having set responses for those situations. Clear and concise language is another critical aspect of confident communication. Fisher encourages readers to avoid vague or ambiguous language, which can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations. He emphasizes the power of using specific examples and concrete language to enhance clarity. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not happy with this," you can say, "I'm concerned about the deadline being moved, as it impacts my ability to deliver quality work." He also advises avoiding filler words and phrases, such as like, and you know, which can undermine your credibility. Projecting confidence involves more than just words, it encompasses nonverbal communication as well. Fisher provides guidance on body language, tone of voice, and overall presentation. He stresses the importance of maintaining eye contact, standing or sitting tall, and using open body language to convey confidence and attentiveness. He also emphasizes the impact of tone of voice, advising readers to speak clearly and at a moderate pace, avoiding a monotone or overly emotional delivery. He explains the power of pausing before responding, and how that pause can add to the feeling of confidence. Fisher also delves into the importance of preparing for difficult conversations. This involves anticipating potential objections, formulating clear and concise responses, and practicing your delivery. He encourages readers to rehearse key points and anticipate potential counterarguments. He also discusses the importance of having a clear objective for the conversation and keeping that objective in mind throughout the interaction. Furthermore, Fisher addresses the importance of self-advocacy. He encourages readers to speak up for themselves and their needs, even when it feels uncomfortable. He provides strategies for negotiating and advocating for yourself in various situations, such as salary negotiations or project assignments. He emphasizes that self-advocacy is not about being demanding or aggressive, but about ensuring that your needs are met and your contributions are recognized. He also shows the reader how to handle pushback and how to remain calm and collected when challenged. In essence, Say It With Confidence is about cultivating a sense of inner strength and self-assurance that translates into effective communication. It's about knowing your worth, expressing your needs clearly, and navigating interactions with grace and poise. By practicing these techniques, you can build stronger relationships, achieve your goals, and feel more empowered in your interactions. All right, let's explore the Say It to Connect section of Jefferson Fisher's The Next Conversation in comprehensive detail. This final pillar focuses on building meaningful relationships through empathetic and effective communication. It shifts the focus from individual assertion to fostering understanding and connection with others. Fisher emphasizes that genuine connection is built on mutual respect, active listening, and a willingness to understand another person's perspective. Central to this section is the concept of active listening. Fisher goes beyond simply hearing words. He emphasizes truly understanding the speaker's message, both verbal and nonverbal. Active listening involves paying full attention, minimizing distractions, and demonstrating engagement through verbal and nonverbal cues. He provides specific techniques, such as paraphrasing and summarizing, to ensure comprehension. For instance, after someone expresses a concern, you might say, "So, if I understand correctly, you're concerned about." This demonstrates that you're actively processing their message. Fisher also highlights the importance of asking clarifying questions to gain deeper insights and ensure understanding. He shows how to ask open-ended questions and how to avoid leading questions. Empathy and understanding are paramount in building connection. Fisher encourages readers to cultivate empathy by putting themselves in the other person's shoes and considering their perspective. This involves acknowledging and validating their feelings, even if you don't agree with their opinions. He emphasizes that empathy is not about condoning or agreeing with someone's actions, but about understanding their emotional experience. He provides examples of how to express empathy, such as, "I can understand why you feel that way," or "that sounds challenging." He also describes how to recognize when someone needs empathy and when they need solutions. Building rapport involves creating a sense of connection and trust. Fisher provides strategies for fostering rapport, such as finding common interests, using positive and encouraging language, and expressing appreciation. He highlights the power of nonverbal communication in building rapport, such as maintaining eye contact, using open body language, and smiling. He explains the importance of mirroring body language and how this can build subconscious trust. He also shows the reader how to use humor appropriately and how to avoid inappropriate humor. Finding common ground is essential for resolving conflicts and building consensus. Fisher encourages readers to identify areas of agreement, even in situations of disagreement. He provides strategies for reframing disagreements as opportunities for collaboration. He shows how to use we language and how to avoid you language. He emphasizes the importance of focusing on shared goals and values. He also describes the use of compromise and how to find mutually acceptable solutions. He shows how to recognize when a compromise is needed and how to avoid giving too much away. Fisher also delves into the strategic use of questions to guide conversations and gather information. He emphasizes the power of open-ended questions to encourage dialogue and gain deeper insights. He provides examples of effective questions, such as, "What are your thoughts on this?" or "Can you tell me more about that?" He also shows how to use questions to de-escalate conflict and how to use questions to redirect the conversation. He explains the importance of asking questions with genuine curiosity and how to avoid asking leading questions. Fisher also emphasizes the importance of genuine compliments and how they can build bridges. He explains how to give compliments that are sincere, specific, and timely. He also shows how to receive compliments graciously. He shows how to avoid giving backhanded compliments and how to recognize when someone is giving a backhanded compliment. Finally, Fisher addresses the importance of forgiveness and reconciliation. He encourages readers to let go of grudges and resentments and to focus on building positive relationships. He provides strategies for apologizing sincerely and accepting apologies gracefully. He shows how to rebuild trust after a breach and how to move forward from conflict. He also describes the importance of self-forgiveness. In essence, Say It to Connect is about cultivating empathy, building rapport, and fostering meaningful relationships. It's about shifting the focus from individual needs to mutual understanding and collaboration. By practicing these techniques, you can create stronger connections, resolve conflicts more effectively, and build a more fulfilling life. Conclusion. The Next Conversation by Jefferson Fisher is more than just a guide to better communication. It's a transformative framework for building a more connected and understanding world. By mastering the principles of Say It with Control, Say It with Confidence, and Say It to Connect, readers are empowered to navigate the complexities of human interaction with grace and effectiveness. Fisher's emphasis on emotional regulation, assertive communication, and empathetic listening provides a practical and accessible roadmap for anyone seeking to improve their relationships and achieve their goals. The book's strength lies in its actionable advice and real-world examples, making it a valuable resource for individuals from all walks of life. Whether you're striving to resolve conflicts at work, deepen your personal relationships, or simply communicate more effectively in your daily interactions, Fisher's insights offer a path towards greater clarity and connection. Ultimately, The Next Conversation is a call to action, urging us to move beyond reactive communication and embrace a more intentional and empathetic approach. By implementing the strategies outlined in this book, we can transform our conversations, build stronger connections, and create a more harmonious and understanding world, one conversation at a time. Thanks for listening. See you in the next speed read.